The other day I watched a video by Jasper Aiken titled, "I built an AI agent that sells websites to local businesses." And I gotta admit, I was intrigued. Now, this wasn't just a clickbaity title because it was legit. That is exactly what he did. Now, if you've been following my channel at all, then you know that what I do is create AI employees for local businesses that are able to, answer phone calls 24/7, so they never let business slip through their fingers. So I was intrigued. Well, what is this? What is this about? How do you exactly do this? So in today's video, I'm going to go over just exactly his method that he presented in the video, and then with a little bit more in-depth, step-by-step as to how to actually implement this. So let's get into it. Step number one, you're going to want to buy a phone number. Now, of course, the software that he's using here is gohighlevel. So what you're going to want to do is go to your settings here, go to phone numbers on the side, and then you're going to see here, manage phone numbers. So here are the couple that I have, but what you're going to want to do is go over to this top right corner here and hit add phone number. So all you're going to want to do here is you can pick literally any phone number you want. Now, what I suggest is finding a toll-free phone number like you see mentioned here. And most of them are going to be 855, 877, 833, something along those lines, but those are what toll-free numbers are. And $215 for a monthly price, not too bad at all. So I've actually gone ahead, as you can see here, and purchased a phone number already. This one is verified. So the process for setting up the toll-free number is super simple as compared to A2P. As you can see up here, I tried to get A2P verified as a self-proprietor, so I actually don't have an LLC what comes with an LLC is an EIN. I think it's employment identification number, something along those lines. But the A2P process, I've made a video about this a while ago. It's tougher to get A2P verified than it is to, I think, get into Fort Knox. I can't test that. I've never tried to get into Fort Knox, but it cannot be as difficult as getting A2P certified. So you can really just bypass this essentially by getting the toll-free number. So step two, as I mentioned, really set up the phone number. And I mentioned how to do that already. All you're gonna have to say really is why you purchased the phone number, what it's gonna be used for, what kind of business you're in. Is it gonna be more for marketing or more for calling inbound leads, that sort of thing. So super, super simple to do. Now, I alluded to at the very beginning of the video, but what Jasper talked about in his video was setting up voicemail drops. So step number three here is going to be to record a voicemail. So all you're going to want to do is take your, say, iPhone. I don't have Samsung or whatever else out there, but you're just going to want to go to the Voice Memos app. So we're all familiar with the Voice Memos app, I'm sure, and just record a quick little 30-second voicemail saying something along the lines of, "Hey, you know what? Let me just go ahead and play you mine.
Hey, this is Austin. Just want to call and say that I've called about every handyman in the area and nobody seems to be picking up the phone. I know a busy business owner like yourself gets calls 24/7 and just doesn't have the time to get to the phone. So I actually went ahead and built you a custom AI employee that handles every call that comes your way, just so no more business slips through your fingers. If you want to hear it for yourself, feel free to text or call me at this number, or if you never want to hear from me again, no hard feelings. But anyways, hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.
So there's that. Super simple. I'd like to actually your 2 cents. Leave that down below of what you kind of think of that voicemail. Was I not energetic enough? Would you recommend kind of being more upbeat? Or, I really wanted to just loop them in the beginning and say, hey, I've tried calling everybody in the area and I can't seem to get a hold of anybody. So again, these voicemails are going to be sent to them. These are voicemail drops. So I'm not actually going to try to speak with them on the phone. These calls are going to go directly to voicemail, and that's what's going to play for them. So really easy to do. As soon as you finish recording that, go ahead and send it to yourself on your computer so you can go upload it to your high level, which I'll get to here shortly. But before I do that, just a reminder to subscribe. As you can see here, I've got 96 subscribers. I'm so darn close to the century mark. I should get a bronze plaque once I hit that. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and follow if this is valuable to you. If not, then don't subscribe. I've got more videos like this coming soon. So I'll actually have a follow-up to this one to kind of show the results of it. So yeah, stick around. Okay, so once you then go ahead and record your voicemail, what's going to happen is if you did it in the voicemails app like I did, it's going to come in a MP4 format. So why it does that, I'm not exactly sure, but there's a simple solution. So we're going to go up here to this website here. It's called cloudconvert.com, but if you just look up MP4 to MP3 converter, it'll be the first thing that pops up. So once you go ahead and send it to yourself to your computer, you're just going to go ahead and here, select whatever file you want, and it'll go ahead and convert it for you. So super simple. Step number 4, check. Number 5, maybe it should have been mentioned a little bit earlier on in these steps here, but get some leads, right? Who are you going to send these voicemails to? Where are you going to get these phone numbers? Are you just going to go into Yellow Pages and find some local businesses to you? I suppose that's an option. Enter them manually. Just see how long that takes you. Now, what I'm about to show you is this tool called Outscraper, where I went ahead and got, 3,500 leads for roughly $9 right here. So how did we do that? So what you're going to want to do now is go up to Services, go up to Not by Brand, by Type, Businesses and POI, and then Google Maps Data Scraper. So what this essentially does is exactly what you would think it does. It scrapes Google Maps. So if I go in and I say, local, my keyboard's refreshing here, local handyman, right? You're going to see right here, businesses. So these are local businesses to your area, and you're going to see all these different ones that pop up here, and it's going to give you a short little snippet of each one, when they're open, their star rating, their address, phone number, all that kind of good stuff. So what exactly it's going to do is scrape all that information, so you don't have to go by one by one and say, okay, Steve's Handyman, 614-555. No, you don't want to do any of that. This is efficiency here. It's the best bang for your buck out there. So all you're going to want to do is go up here, toggle off this plain queries. This must be a new update because I haven't seen this recently, but category. So again, let's go with the handyman theme here. So we're going to go, let's see, we got handyman. We can do, let's type in again, handyman, handy woman, handy person, handy thing, they, them, whatever. Then we'll do, let's see, maybe mechanic. Sure, why not? But you can go ahead and just pick whatever kind of category you are looking for. And then below this is the locations which you want to scrape. So this is just listing the entire United States. You can go in and click whatever individual states you want, city, specific, whatever. So then here we're going to do maximum number of results, 0 equals unlimited. But I actually get $25 in credits per month for the rest of my life. And so you can too. I linked it down below. But what I actually did was bought the software through this thing called AppSumo. So it was $120 here versus doing a monthly subscription. I just paid $120 for lifetime, and I get $25 worth of credits every single month. So the good news about that is I pretty much make my money back within 5 months, right? But then I can only do $25 a month, like I mentioned. So you are a little bit limited in that sense, but you're not going to feel limited at all once I show you how many leads. I was going to say you're not going to feel limited at all once I show you how many leads this can bring you, but I already did show you. This will be over 3,000 leads for that $9, $15, however much you're willing to spend, however many businesses you're willing to scrape, this will be able to benefit you there. So we're going to go ahead and just say, let's throw a number out there, 2,500, right? And here's all the different factors that it'll scrape. So we don't care about the phone, what do you call it? This identifier, that thing either. Emails and contacts. We don't actually need any of this. What it's going to go ahead and do is send us phone numbers regardless. And so you can go ahead and check your advanced parameters here. Nothing really to talk about other than you can change the file to CSV or whatever, Excel file, that sort of thing. So, but once you go ahead and scrape those, you're going to get something that looks like this. So you're going to get an overwhelming amount of all kinds of categories. So I went ahead and broke this down already. It gave me a lot more information that wasn't necessary, that I wouldn't be able to upload to Go High Level anyways. But we've got the business name, we got the website, the full address, street, city, postal code, state, ratings, reviews, emails, phone numbers, Instagram page, Facebook page. All that sort of stuff you're able to actually upload within Go High Level. So that's super, super valuable. So now that you've got all the leads, what are you going to do with them? Well, you're going to go ahead and create an automation within Go High Level. So I've actually went ahead and created it already. I went ahead here and called it the VM drop, so voicemail drop. But we're going to go into that and I'll just walk you through exactly how I did it. So you're going to need to add a trigger initially. So the contact tag is what we're going to use as a trigger. And then you're going to want to go to filter, tag added, and then voicemail drop here. So that, whatever tag you want to add, I have a whole bunch here, but you can go ahead and just create one if you'd like. And this is what Jasper named it, so just super simple there. And so we're going to go ahead and save that trigger. And then what we're going to want to do is, since we are going to be sending a voicemail to, let's just say, that group of 3,500 that I had showed you earlier, we don't want all that going out at once. And I don't even think that's allowed. I think I'd get flagged left and right. I think an FBI agent or whoever would show up at my door immediately. So we're going to go ahead and put it at, I have it at 200 an hour. I think Jasper had it at like 400 an hour, but that just feels like a lot. So we're going to go ahead and put it at 100 an hour, right? So this is just called drip mode, batch size 100, interval 1 hour. Easy. Next, we're going to go ahead and add what is called just a voicemail. So I named it send voicemail, but when you go ahead and add it, I've said go ahead about 1,000 times now, hit the voicemail right here. So that is where we got that. But super easy. We're gonna go ahead and put in that MP3 file that we had, that I showed you earlier. I showed you how to convert. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit save action. Then we will save that workflow. But now you may be wondering also, we didn't upload those leads yet. Exactly. So once we downloaded all of our leads, we're going to go over here to where it says contacts and then to where it says import contacts. So I uploaded that Excel file as a CSV now, so it will directly go into High Level, as it says here, CSV. So it should be one of the first ones that pops up here. This is a bit older of a sheet where I scraped Kentucky and Tennessee. This is just how I labeled it, so I know what states I've gone through. And then we'll hit open. So it'll create and update contacts if there's already some in there. But we're just going to hit next. And then it will label what is what. So it noticed here that the names of the businesses, it says that is name, but we're going to actually go ahead and put business name. And then here it looks like the website, so we're going to go down to where it says website link. And really just match up what is what, and that makes it super, super easy. So once you match everything up, I didn't go ahead and do that, but the most important part here is to add tags to imported contacts. And you're going to want to go add that voicemail drop tag that we had mentioned. So you're going to have to do a little sign off here that says, I confirm all contacts have consented to hear from us. I previously contacted them within the last year, and this is not a list from a third party. Which, of course, I have contacted over 3,000 of these people. I have most certainly done that, but then you're going to want to hit start bulk import at the bottom right here. But we're not going to go ahead and do that because this is an old list and I have reached out to these people through email already, and I'm not going to go ahead and do that right now. So I kind of didn't show the steps exactly, but you saw it for yourself. Bulk import leads, step 7, and then run automation, step 8. So that automation will actually run as soon as it's saved and as soon as you upload those contacts. But again, we're not going to want to do that. So if you stayed till this long in the video, I appreciate you watching it. I'm going to go ahead and see There it is again. I'm going to see what the results of this are. I'm going to send those 3,500 contacts that I uploaded this voicemail that I showed you guys and see what kind of results I get. So stick around for that in the next one, and I will see you then.